My name is Angela Paik-Salman. I'm with the Office of Sustainability. I want to welcome everybody today to our 2015 Sustainability Forum. It's really a great day to have a forum because who wants to be outside? Anyone? Anyone? I don't mind being outside. Yeah, I don't mind either. But it's a great place to be in Union South this year. We've moved the forum to this venue because our forum has grown quite a bit over the years. We have almost 200 people coming today. As you can see, there are not so many students here yet, and that's probably not a surprise. But the ones that are here are many of our student team that make today possible. So I just want to start out the day by thanking our student intern group. And if you could, please stand up. I'd like to acknowledge you and raise your hand if you're already standing. We've got a few in the back. Olivia, yep. Marie, Katie, Kyle, the other Kyle, Scott, the other Scott, Anna, Sarah, thank you. We have Denise Roberts from our office helping out today. Also from the Office of Sustainability, Sabrina Bradshaw, Jill Sakai. Where's Jill? Jill's out here. Hey, Jill. And our two co-directors, Farmars Vakili and Craig Benson, are here today. They'll be speaking just shortly. Union South is a great building. It's near and dear to my heart. As many of the students know, we built this building for them to replace an old building that was not very sustainable in a lot of ways. It was an energy pig. It was very hard to heat and cool, and we couldn't modify it to bring the needs that the students really had. So one of my favorite things about this building is the student involvement in the sustainability portion, and students really wanted sustainability to be out in the front of this building and be able to see, touch, and feel. So as some quick facts, 37% of what you can see, touch, and feel came locally within 500 miles. But I think what's even better about this building is 27% of what you can see, touch, and feel actually came from the state of Wisconsin. And for an example, this beautiful wood floor and the wood floors in a few other rooms in this building came from recycled barn wood from a barn in Wisconsin. The stone on the walls came from the quarry in Mosinee. The metal panels on the outside were fabricated by a manufacturer just outside Milwaukee. Lots of the furniture here were either made locally in Woolworth or by the Amish. So it's really a great building to celebrate sustainability. We have a cistern that collects rainwater off the roofs underground, and we use that to water plants and clean the patio. We have a water feature on the south side of the building that was designed by a UW alum, and he collected glacial erratics and riverwood from Wisconsin River that you see outside even today when it's snow covered. So a great place to have and celebrate sustainability. So today's our topic this year being Forward to Zero Waste. We really wanted to focus on the needs that we all have as consumers, and we're going to talk from the 40,000-foot view of food, clothing, shelter, and personal electronics, which happen to be some things that some of us can't live without, and talk about the impacts of our consumption and what we should know a little bit more about those impacts and how we can make smarter choices. So we have an MC today that I'm going to introduce next, and our Master of Ceremonies, Darren Harris, is also on our leadership team for the Office of Sustainability. He also is with our Office of Quality Improvement. Darren's going to take us through the day, and you'll see him coming in and out to run the sessions, but we hope you enjoy today's forum. Thank you very much for coming today. We really appreciate seeing you all and engaging in this manner today. So enjoy. Darren.
Welcome, everyone. So today we have an extraordinary day. If you could pull out your program here, take you through a little bit about how the day is structured. But before we start, I just want to tell a quick story. About 3 or so years ago, a few years ago, my daughters and I took on an unusual challenge. It was Earth Day, and we said, let's try something different. We want to go beyond our norm of just showing up maybe to the workshops or learning about sustainability. Let's do something really hard. So we said, let's not throw anything away for a week. Let's try it and just see what happens. Let's try and be a zero-waste household. And literally, we put tape on all of our trash cans and made a cool little logo. The girls were a little younger, so they made little crayon colors of it with happy faces and, we're going zero waste. And we cordoned off the trash cans, literally. And what we found when we did that was it was really very, very difficult and not in the way we generally expected. And what we had to do was get awfully creative about our behaviors, about our mindset. This wasn't just about the stuff. This was about how we were using the stuff. We had to get more innovative with what we did with those funny little tabs and tops and places that you don't expect that you're going to have to do something with, right? You just kind of throw them in the trash normally. So what we learned in that week had to do with thinking differently, fundamentally differently about waste, about what causes it, about what shape it shows up as, and how to get pretty innovative with how we worked with it. So this theme of rethinking our own appreciation of waste or consumption is something that many of us grapple with kind of at a theoretical level. Today, we want to bring it down to the behavioral level, to the innovative level, to the creative level, and ultimately to rethink and go beyond what we normally see as the 3 R's, reduce, reuse, and recycle. So that's a bit of the setup. You might bring yourself into a zero-waste frame, because that's what we're going to try and do for this forum and indeed for the rest of this year. It's our theme for this year in the Office of Sustainability. So how does that actually look? Well, we'll have 4 different sessions during the day, if you can follow along. The format happens to be, first we're going to tackle how and why we consume things. We'll hear a keynote, a short keynote, and then we'll have rapid-fire presentations, and then you'll be able to engage with the panelists who spoke. And that'll be very much the format for today. Keynote, rapid-fire presentation, and then engagement by you. Then we'll work on the impacts of, or take on the impacts of consumption choices next. And then we'll move in and we'll have some compelling conversations over lunch. It's not a surprise that we're going to talk about food, and then we're going to have lunch, right? So it'll warm us up that way. We'll then move into some rapid-fire talks that have to do with sustainable choices, and then finally individual choices that shape the future. And that'll be the day for us. I should say that we'll also have a special feature at 2 o'clock. We will award the winner for Climate Quest. So if people have been following along, folks in this room have been part of the teams, we will announce formally the winner today as part of the end of our climate year and the beginning of Forward to Zero Waste. We're really glad you came. We hope that you're navigating things well. Drinks are in the other room. And then if we're all about waste and ecology, then bathrooms are on this side, so you can find yourself over here as you're working with all the different